Is there any other report back?
Yeah, maybe. The audio is not good. I think it's very good point, and us about the situation in the city that we are going to hold the assembly and then compare with here and then her, let's say, she was meaning that it is not that much efficient that we are going to get together in a small place or like Plaza Signora or something like that, that all these people are tourists and they are passing and we don't have any contact with the real neighborhood and the people that we are thinking, imagining that we are the people, but they are really tourists that we are passing on. So that this question that was raised, and we have said, okay, let it be open for tomorrow, and once the game comes to the team and discussion of it. So that also is once more open.
I'm just going to read you this quote that got out. After the experiences of Puerta del Sol, the Occupy all around the world, including the Italian squares of Florence, Rome, and Bologna, people from international movements 15M will meet in Florence, where the Firenze Temple practices, experience participants to assess London, Occupy Roma, invite you all to Firenze in Viale Filippo Strozzi. It's about the commemorative meeting in Argenta. On this occasion, the movement will present itself with its practices and content. Opinions and proposals will be gathered, hoping that it will help to spread even an a real occasion of political participation, public space, urban and not urban. Public space, urban and not urban. What are you waiting for? Let's all meet in Florence. Everyone is invited to actively join in. And then so it's quite like.
I must admit I played this assembly, and when I about methodology, we have to show what the methodology is about, no? It was like this out of it was Florence. I had, for me, it was I'm going to do this sort of thing. Try and hear outside, invite people that have been outside, have also people on. And if we are having 2 hours, we can't. Program, so find an objective. Ask about something more. Is there really? Where have we put out the word? Do we want people from organizations? In Florence? I don't have anything. I'm sorry.
I just wanted to. I don't know what kind of forces. I mean, Florence forces we have. I don't know why it's in Bielstrop, which is really out. And if we want to do it in the main square, it's Piazza della huge, and it's for tourists, and it can be that if we don't have a lot lots of people and a good dynamic. We want to show our methodology with best we have out there. Work in this kind of
local.
yeah, so local forces. Yeah. Yeah, no, from Florence.
No first.
If you want
I was going to suggest perhaps maybe at a change of time or additional thing, with perhaps reaching out into some neighborhoods, doing some idea, if that's our objective. Of course, it would be very different to some of the suggestions I was suggesting, but I think you're quite right. It has to be substantial and there are different things. But those are two different builds up, and I appreciate that time is of the essence. So, one idea of many.
This is something tomorrow, is it?
Yeah.
I don't know what outreach strategy would be.
I was thinking because Sunday isn't really that active a day here. If we really wanted to, it's an idea of store.
I'll just close it out.
We actually. I think we need to start from what we have. People expect something to happen. The other thing is, I think we don't have connections with local groups, and I think we just need to, which is like great, it's in Occupy London, involved in Florence. So that's the best connection we can create. I realize that we're coming from different experiences as well. So I'm trying to understand the experiences in the centers were very, very connected to the territory in which they were. No? Okay. But if they're not, that's even better. I mean, we can open our minds to like do. I wonder if we can try to think of like, rather than okay, we don't have this, it's not going to work. We don't have that, it's not going to work. If we creative way, it's like okay, what do we have? How can we actually make this something interesting? It might not be what we think of as a local assembly in our own countries, but what could we do?
Because there's no ball like around the city. We have to talk about the content as well. Yeah, sure. Sorry, I'm talking a lot, but I'm sorry. Let's tell me something.
Info point. Because Laura is the closest person to the organization to me. Because yesterday we came close but couldn't talk. We need some kind of clarifications about.
Can I just interrupt you? You are the next person after Laura. Maybe if Laura, if you finish saying the things you had to say, if that's done, let's go ahead.
Yeah, I think if you have this clear, I think it's done. And then there is a second appointment. We can discuss it later about the mic. I need to
let's
know.
discuss it later.
Exactly.
Yeah, and let's know our interventions a bit shorter as well.
Sorry.
Is the square you are mentioning the same one that Mariangela sent out?
I don't. Yes.
It was
What is the other?
because this is important.
No, it's just the timing, the one where the guidance of the social.
I think so. Ask around.
What is because that's what it said.
Can someone?
That's our second point.
Okay.
can I continue?
Okay, whoever's online, maybe you can check exactly the name of the address that Angela put out, so we can check if it's the same.
They're not, because you said it's my...
Okay, but we can
use the square for the main event.
I wouldn't worry too much about this. I think if we decide the location, we can just have a group of people that we know that they're meeting somewhere else. We can inform them where it is. Oksan, I'm gonna be timing you now.
I like it. Sorry.
Wow,
less than 2 minutes, man. It's already 8.
1 minute. 1 is go. Go, Oksan.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Okay. So I can ask a question maybe. Because, I agree completely with Emma, because we need to really, we need to take it easy. It is already great, we are individually networking with other people. We are already, the idea was trying to create some kind of, channel information and, networking between new movements and these existing movements. So it's already happening. So this is already happening. What can we do on top of this? We are here from different places. After Agora, it is a historical time. For Europe, for the global, it's a historical time. It's great as much as the more we meet and discuss from different countries. It is already great. We come together and do it. So it doesn't matter how many people, doesn't matter which place, but we can come and discuss from different countries by using this occasion. My question is, because we were engaging different events within the frenzy, individually, and trying to focus on the work being done, we couldn't really get information about the last day event. Yesterday it was said that there will be some kind of similar type of assembly, and now there is the idea of final event. Is it going to be that? Because I heard from someone very close to the organization, he said there will be an assembly, and Indignados and Occupy present here, we will be able to observe that, but that wasn't this meeting, these people. Is there idea to do that? Is this final event, is it like an assembly so if it's not, how can we make it visible and not chaotic? Really like final event, how can you make an assembly visible or not chaotic in that atmosphere?
Okay, that is exactly 2 minutes just to get an idea.
Good job.
Okay, so Orsan's question is there an assembly moment organized by FERN, by the University of Pakistan?
No. Have you noticed it's not really like
They call it an assembly, but it's not, no?
No, I call it an assembly and I'm wrong. No, it's not an assembly. It's a mic interventi.
Intervention.
Intervention. Okay? And then later music. Speeches, yeah.
And that's at 7:30.
Not an assembly.
Okay.
And
that's at 7:30. And that's at
7:30-ish.
So it means 8 for Italian. Sorry, please help the group to concentrate, so don't talk on each other.
Hello. I think we are all here because we all believe in the assembly methodology. We are all from very different experiences. All of them, I think, our common line is we have experienced the assembly methodology. I fully agree with you when you say that, for what I understand an assembly, the assembly only represents the will of the person who take part of the assembly, right? And the decision that is taken by the assembly only represents the people of the assembly. In that sense, the assembly that we are going to do tomorrow, I think, is going to be unique because these people, I don't know where I'm going to see you again, no? I'm very happy to be here, guys. I love it, but I don't know when it's going to happen again. So, the decision that we take the assemblies tomorrow can be only enforced by us in our own assemblies in our different countries. So I think I fully agree with the idea. We want to show our methodology. We want to show I think that is a powerful methodology. We are also criticizing, I have heard the methodology of this forum all the time. So if we make an assembly and we decide maybe to do a common action as an assembly, which actually will be different because we cannot make it together. We're going to do it in our own countries actually. But we can discuss which action we want to make as an assembly of the people we are here and show this in the piazza where it's going to take the final event. So I agree with that. So the others can see. And the others will see what our tools to enforce our common decisions making in the assembly. We have our internet, we have all kinds of different actions we know. So I think we have to, the assembly will decide whatever, and then we are the only ones who can enforce what we decide as an assembly. So just to make this.
We have 5 more people who want to talk, and I was going to suggest perhaps whomever wants to join the conversation take a turn now, and that we stop taking turns so that we can move on, like make a, get to a conclusion after all these interventions. So if you want to speak, please ask for a turn now, and there won't be any more turns. What's your name?
Antonio.
Antonio. Is it done?
No, remove me.
Yeah?
I'll just say very briefly, I agree. I think that there is a strong feeling to have this, and I agree with what Laura and Mark have said. It's not a question of us kicking off the movement in Italy. That will happen with the Italian movement. But the thing is, we are here, and it's important that I feel that we make our presence felt. The thing is, in order to pull this off, we need to have real, participation from the local groups. And the second thing is, it's not going to happen unless we are prepared to commit to it, our own time and effort to mobilise. And then what I want to see at the end of this is some concrete plan to make this happen, and put a commitment to it.
Yeah, I want to make basically one question and then one info point. The question is to you, that you are the local one. So I want to know when did it start the communication, and also when did it start the communication that we were having this assembly here in Firenze. The people from Firenze, how long did they know that we are having this assembly?
Really?
Because this is the question, because if we are going to beat these people and take more, it's like, okay, I'm not losing my time, Because, well, for me, this is my point of view, because this is the thing. So, how long did they know that we are having this meeting? Second question, for them, what are the purposes of this meeting? So we want to work with the local people, okay, if you have any meeting, okay, we can work with you and we can share with know-how, whatever, But the point is, we need to know if we have a public, if we have a target, this is basic. And the second thing, which is more an info point. The info point, it's like, previously to this meeting, there was a preparation meeting in Milano to talk about this whole European Social Forum, logistics, calendar, program, whatever. Okay? The thing is that many people in that meeting, they were saying, okay, we need to make an open meeting in the squares, okay, because we want to work with the people from the movement, wherever, and we also want to have this kind of meeting. So I don't really understand why we have to do another meeting in a square when we have already get to make this meeting in the square. The conclusion of the European Social Forum will be there. So I don't know why we have to do this. So for me, the most important thing is, okay, if they are doing these conclusions of the European Social Forum, maybe with the people from Occupy, movement, 15 movement, whatever, okay, let's think what we want to say in that meeting, in that conclusions, from the movement point of view. Because here there are social organizations, union trades, NGOs, whatever. We are the people from the movement, So we need to have a strong point of view, a statement, not a statement, but a common vision of what we want to say there. And for me, it's more important to be in that meeting and say what we have to say from the social movements or the citizen movements than making another thing totally apart, and for what? Because nobody will be here. So I don't know. I haven't made the question because I don't know how many people will be coming from Firenze. No? But for me, it's more important to be in that conclusion meeting and saying our point of view than do an autistic thing in the other corner. You know?
So you're talking about the convergence. You're talking about the convergence of tomorrow morning. So just as a clarification, no? Because tomorrow
No.
Sunday.
Like that, in final.
so but inside the forum. Okay.
Sunday.
Saturday.
Not Saturday.
Yeah, but
He's talking about, no, convergence of some actions not
Question for the organization. It's going to be, I mean, the closing event is going to be tomorrow in the afternoon or on Saturday? On Saturday.
Exactly.
Saturday. Tomorrow afternoon at 6. I mean, after the.
It's at 6 tomorrow. Sure.
We close at 6.
I think it's in the morning. According to the program, the conference, final conference.
May I clarify?
There's a lot of confusion. A lot of different events going on.
So may I
So,
clarify?
is everyone okay? Wait. Is everyone okay that Laura, can I see?
Yeah.
That Laura,
fine because she's
that Laura gives information about like the various convergence events that are happening and what kind of structure there'll be.
No, I disagree with that.
Well,
No, I will lead the movement.
Okay. Okay, those are all my points. Points for my okay, clarification point as this, not as Susan. Tomorrow morning, all what happened in the day, it's the same, yes, it's convergency that I don't know if you have seen any convergency, it's the same kind of thing. So inside of it here,
it's the convergence of all the convergences.
Sorry, guys.
yes.
Please. Okay, shut up, everyone. Just keep your emotions a bit quieter. I know, we all like feel strongly about these things. And please let Laura just explain clearly everything. And if you have some questions, we'll put your name here and she'll answer them, because otherwise it just gets very confusing. Thanks.
Okay, so tomorrow it's convergence like happening inside the social forum. What also clarified, okay, convergence of the 5 pillars and this kind of thing. What's happening tomorrow night, it's going out in the city and saying to the city what we did inside. So it's kind of a party thing, okay? So it will be speeches, but short speeches, about little speeches about what we did inside, and then some other speeches about Florence in particular, and then music, and then events in the night. Okay, so like party things. And to be clear, it's not clear what time it will be. Here, everything will stop around 6:30. Then people will have to move there. According to our program, it should start around 6:30. Never start around 6:30. They told me around 7:30. Okay, so just technically, we would have 1 hour with that enormous square just free, and with the people of the social forum coming through. That's the technical. Then I have all my points.
Okay, so I just a second. I still have one.
And I didn't reply to yours. Is my point.
Yeah, if you can, I think if that's part of the thing.
Okay.
And
So
also to explain the evento conclusivo, where is it? It's in an open space or is it here?
what time? What time?
Sunday.
Sunday is here. It's here. It's just like chilling together and hoping to exchange contact. This is how I read it. Okay, but it's a social forum, and they want it to be very open, so everybody will.
No, because as I understood, the idea was like this evento conclusivo was open, you know, but also just a little.
No.
Okay, it's going to be raining tomorrow and the following day, so just keep this in mind. Okay? It will rain.
And then any very, very practical questions about understanding the timetable and
Yeah, maybe the one about occupying, like Firenze. Maybe the question he said is kind of technical, and I can try to answer, but I'm not sure I'm the one.
can I just say, like, the other people that are in the list, are they happy for Laura to answer all the things? Okay, Laura, go ahead.
Okay, with my point
with your points and answering the questions that have
okay, first answering the question, then my point. Answering the question, you said the local groups, who, when I have not really clear idea. Imagine that there is not a local group, okay? There is a Facebook thing, but there is not actually a movement over there. There's going to be 10 people from Florence or something like this, okay? So it's not a matter of Florence, the occupied people from Florence being aware of us. They will come, they will call, and they will come wherever we are. And they will be in front of the computer, so if we change things. Also, technically, because in internet, there is different meeting up there, as I read it. Piazza Strozzi, like Strozzi something, Via Strozzi, Piazza Strozzi, and then there is in front of the Fortezza, which is the one I will take. Let's meet in front of here and move there, or directly there. So, internet for now, it's confusing, okay? And it's not a big group. So, can I go on, happy me going on with me? Okay. About, someone said about focusing on taking decision. You said, sorry, you, like, I don't remember. I don't think, for me, personally, it's not my point, taking any decision. For what you said, we are very, first of all, showing hands. Let's do it, guys, because nobody is using the hands. If we want to show our methodology, which is my point, let's show, like, agreement or disagreement. Nobody's doing that. Nobody was doing it on Thursday, and I hope we're going to do that on the 12th. Now, this is important to me. Okay. So, decision, in my opinion, we have not to take any decision. What purpose we work? Okay. Which is our message? As I said, my message is our methodology, and I want to show that. First of all, to the people of the social forum. Now I'm so tired, I don't remember. If anybody has to ask me. And the rest, I already told it, as I think.
Okay. I still have Emma. Do you, Anthony, you had as well?
No.
Antonio, that's right. So Emma, Antonio, you, me, and then I just saw one hand come up from there. Is everyone okay if I have...
Maybe you can make a synthesis before you talk?
No, we're going to make a synthesis after everything. Is everyone okay if I add Marisa to the stack? And then after Marisa to last.
But please, short. I know that I've said it many times, but we're not sticking to it, so please, short.
Okay, I have a proposal to make. We have very little time, 6:30, 7:30, it's very little time. Do we want to talk? We are feeling very emotional about what's been happening here, and we haven't liked the dynamics here. We want to show the energy we have. So why not let's put out our feelings, our emotions, our energies, and our methodologies. A proposal would be buying one of these big rollers of paper and colors and stuff. So we can start having an assembly and people can start writing down things of how they felt about what has happened here, how we think, what do we think about all these different axes, and they are big rolls of paper we can then put along the place where all the people from the forum will be coming. They can walk around, read it, and it will be there. They won't have to be standing there listening. Some will, lots of them won't, but we will be giving our feedback to what we've seen here. And if they are not connecting with us, how are they going to connect with people that haven't been here? So it's a bit of like shake, like where are you, like connect, see how we can conclude as well and put forward the feelings of what we've been experiencing here, which we haven't been able to do because of the format of the social forum. And then just let whatever happens in this hour we have happen. And of course, tomorrow morning, if we buy these papers, put papers announcements all around here as well, of course, so people come from the forum.
Antonio.
The first point is about the weather. I think that the square Santissima Annunziata was chosen because aveva i portici.
Yeah, there is the arches, but it's such a small,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
technical, but
yeah,
it's so
yeah,
small,
yeah.
we cannot have it just like this.
Okay, so we don't
I
have a
don't know,
solution to go with the rain, and it's not a problem. The second is that I agree with the guy that said that maybe we should try to to make something as this group of people. That is also important. And the third point is that if we want to show the methodology that we all love, okay. We should have a point of discussion, because if we do an assembly, we want to show how to discuss together in a dynamic way and then take a decision together. If we don't have anything to discuss, you go home and then you do like that.
Okay, I'm gonna get a little sensitive. It's like for me, any meeting is a lot of time, because we are people from several different places, and only exchanging our opinion about the forum, it's enough for me, quite enough. But there is something else. It's like we talk about the objective is like showing our methodology. Do we have only methodology, or we have a large experience right now on things that are happening everywhere? Please experience right now. Don't empty our time. It's like time is filling our, experience is filling our time, and we need to share that experience. And for me, it's important. That is important. Taking decisions, I don't care. I don't think a decision can come from 2 hours, 1 hour. Maybe a decision takes confidence in the group and everything, that we cannot do it in that much time. Please. Second is, I will skip it because Emma said most of the things I was going to say. It's like working together sometimes gets something like that. I was thinking about chalk on the floor, writing things and things like that, but she thought about it. It's like, I don't know, the rain kills them all, so I don't know what will happen. And maybe the idea of exchanging opinions about the forum itself, like making a common agreement about the forum, it's okay. Just in starting, to know each other, to know that when I come to Firenze, I can talk to Laura, and when I go to somewhere else, I can talk to someone connected, and to get connections, because all we need is connections if we want really to coordinate at international level. That's it.
Vika. My nephew is also getting turned. He's from Agora Roma. I don't know if there's a time, because I just saw he was shouting.
The assembly.
Yeah, I think they came 2 hours by car yesterday.
Okay, it was my turn, okay. It was more process-wise. I sense that there are some people that would put energy into that, so maybe, like, I don't know if we need to reach consensus, but I think, like, temperature checks are just worked out if there is interest in doing it. And maybe after we finish this stack, if we do a quick maybe go-round of, like, action points of what, like, needs to be done, and who's going to be doing it within the next 24 hours, and then we'll be done. So, but I just wanted to summarize the topics that have come out. So I don't know if you need that, or have you been summarizing them?
I've been, but maybe I can say it, and then you can
Okay,
comment
if you
whatever I say.
don't, then
This
let's go
guy,
ahead.
I think we should listen first to what he has to say.
You sure?
Yeah.
Your intervention,
I'll tell him he has 2 minutes.
You mean like for half an hour?
Okay.
I mean, we tell him that...
They are watching, so they
2 minutes.
Great.
At 2 minutes, we shut down.
Capital letters, like.
That's amazing.
Good,
How do I speak about
Oh,
it?
you connected us with the
How do I speak about
Okay,
it?
if the guy is not going to speak
Also, people from
is the guy going to speak now or?
I'm trying to connect him to the...
Okay, in that case I will start summarizing so that we don't lose concentration.
We can start...
Okay, I'm going to summarize or try to summarize. I've divided my summary in 2 blocks. What I thought we agree on or what I thought we disagree on. What I thought we agree on is that we want to do this assembly tomorrow because we want to show our methodology, which is at the same time a criticism to this forum. So it is not just a show-off, it is also a critique to what has happened here. And we also want to discuss the content of this forum. So that's the objective. I think we also agree that the main audience, please hands if you think I got it right or wrong. Yes. In terms of audience, I think we are mainly targeting activists because at this point we don't have so much time to target other people, but of course tourists are welcome. Sure. And then I think we also agree that well, the weather is going to be a challenge, and that we need to take that into consideration, and that we need some sort of means of communication with people around the assembly. Somebody has proposed paths, somebody else has proposed using chalk to write on the floor, but obviously weather has to be considered and the points I think we disagree on, the points I think we disagree on are the meaningfulness of doing this just for ourselves or a few more. So whether that is in itself a good idea, meaningful enough or not. Another point I think we disagree on is whether the assembly should be a decision-making assembly or not. So whether there is any point in discussing something with a purpose of taking a final decision, or there is no need. So I think these 2 points are the ones we haven't sort of reached consensus on. I don't know if you think I'm right or wrong, but if you think I'm right, please let me know. And in that case, perhaps I could launch a couple of proposals and that we could reach consensus. So do you think I captured that properly? Yeah. So in terms of numbers, I'm going to propose that even though we might not reach out for many more people than we are here today, we will still go ahead with the assembly. Is there anybody against this? Okay, good. And second point of disagreement was its decision making. Proposal is we won't attempt to make any decision. If a decision happens, that's great, but that won't be the point of this assembly. Great. Okay, so we are all clear on this now?
Yeah, this is
not because I said it before, okay? But the thing is that, do we want to have a common point of view to share it in the final conclusions of the European Social Forum? Or do we, just to know, hey, we don't agree, we don't agree.
Correctly, the conclusions are going to be tomorrow morning, if I understood it correctly, but you tell me. So because tomorrow there will be the convergence from 9 to 1, so if we really want to affect the forum results, we should be there tomorrow morning.
Process. Let's listen to him, 2 minutes.
Whenever says he's completely agree with the hybrid deal. Disagree, sorry. Disagree.
I disagree.
He's completely disagree with the item. Disagree, sorry. Why did one disagree with the item? Because we disagree. Why did one disagree with the item? Because we disagree. Why did one disagree with the item? Because we disagree. Why did one disagree with the item? Because we disagree. We don't want it to be a bridge, a red carpet for the social forum. We want it to be a place to motivate Italian people to self-organize. individuals and people from previous active assemblies in Italy, such as Roma and Bologna, for instance. Moreover, there was a proposal on this path that was concentrated in Agora Madrid 99, Madrid Agora 99. Why not to talk about it? I completely don't agree with the guy with the beard. It is worth talking about horizontality and inclusiveness and assembly methodology. We need to do it. I don't know if it was clear.
Okay, well, thank him for his information. Okay.
I'm really sorry that I forgot Marisa before we essentially...
I just want to, before we continue, I just want to make clear that what we should be discussing now is the point that we disagreed on, which is whether we should make a decision by the end of this assembly, and whether this decision should be a statement that we make at the final event. So please, let's try and focus on this, and again, short and sweet.
Can I see all the hands that would like to talk about this, to make sure I have everyone? Oh, everyone's got one hand there.
I think that we will repeat ourselves a lot, so if anyone has the same opinion.
I just have a question, please. When you talk about the final event, you mean the assembly tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay, so...
No, the final event...
the final, because there's something called final event on Sunday in the morning.
But it's not an assembly, it's something that
okay,
before.
So to clarify, thank you.
Can I just see all the hands again of who wants to talk? So I'm sure I've got everyone. Okay.
Yeah, so I just wanted to say that the experience of being in the assembly is what motivates people. So it's not, it's a confrontation, but it's also an inclusive experience. It's not, like, I don't care if we come up with a statement and we present it and we have this moment in which, I think just inviting everyone to experience something differently is what will radicalize the social forum, because it inspires people. And so I guess I'm just, like, maybe from my own experience and being angry and wanting to confront people, it doesn't really work very well. But opening up the space for a different kind of way, that's what I'm interested in. So I think we can provide this space for reflection. So I think we should hold an assembly here or close to here with people in the social forum reflecting on the experience of this, to show the methodology and to also provide the space. But as far as the points that, so I guess no decision. I think we need to make a decision or to bring that to the rest of the space.
Thank you, that was good.
Vika, Marito also has been pointed.
I want to clarify, when I said to take a decision, it's not that, make a clear statement or this. What I meant, because we want to show the methodology, but the methodology has, is experience, is to share with others, it's an inclusive act that we share our knowledge. But I feel that through this assembly that we are going to apply our methodology, it's more meaningful if there is a purpose, in the sense that we are talking about sharing our experience or sharing our thoughts about what this forum is about or what we think is not working in this forum. Because we say, no, we are doing an assembly only to show our methodology. But what does it mean? We are going to talk about what is the methodology of the assembly, or are we going to talk about what's the forum or why we are here? So this was the point of making a decision, is making a topic we can reflect upon, not just talking about methodology, because I don't see the meaning of this. I wanted to clarify.
So you use the methodology, you don't talk about the methodology.
Yeah.
So you do an assembly using the
methodology.
It's
like the game. You don't talk about the game.
And you don't use it as well.
Yeah, process can mean bypassing process to just get by points quicker sometimes when they're very easy to respond to. In my experience of the process.
Okay, thank you for that.
Let me, okay. Thanks. Sticking to the point, to me, the decision is not the core point. So, basically, little proposal. Since we don't have much time, I think that would be great if the people that wants to, give a dynamic to the assembly in the afternoon, we participate tomorrow morning in the conclusion of the event. We take from that what we want to discuss in the afternoon, and if it from there a conclusion, a decision comes out, then we take it to the final speech. And if not, we just discuss it.
Well, I think she's...
I don't know.
Are we going
She told me. Sorry, no, because I would like it.
in the same event where they are going to speak?
When we talk about meaning, I don't think that meaning is related to a conclusion. Meaning is we are doing something that capitalism hates, is we are getting together. And we are not an individual anymore, we are together. And this is something that is meaning. And that's the meaning. And anything that can just kick some part of this individualism that we learn from our cradle, it's enough. Second, I don't need a position. Position will come later. I don't know. We'll keep on touch. If we keep in touch, I don't need a position there. But if it comes, be sure, if we have a statement, and after the assembly we have a statement, it doesn't matter the closing event has already happened. We can send them. We can spread it around. Doesn't matter. We have the net. Twitter is ours. It's true. Yes. Just Spain, Twitter is ours. So we have the net. So we can do it. I wouldn't worry about decision making.
I agree with a lot of said. Like, I don't decisions. I mean, if people like, I think the idea of doing this assembly for the other activists in the forum is a really good idea. I think they'll get a lot out of it. If they haven't done an assembly before, the first time you do it, it's quite an experience. Even if it doesn't come out with some sort of directed focus, it's just an experience to have. So I think that's a good thing. If people are intent on making some sort of decision, perhaps they could break away and do a critique of our assembly with an even smaller assembly or something like that. I don't know, just for a laugh. But I mean, I think if some people feel like, we all agree we want to do this assembly, if some people want to feel like, I'll come up with the agenda, then 4 or 5 people or whoever it is come up with the agenda, the rest of us just go, okay, we'll participate as meaningfully as we can with it. Like, and everyone else who hasn't had an assembly will all get that chance to do it for the first time. That's it.
You're on the list, John.
I'm willing to participate and help in any way. Sounds great. And it's just been great seeing a lot of you guys that I haven't seen in a while. Yeah. And this has just been really cool. That's it.
Love you. So I share actually their points. So basically, the decision making is not a very important point. So we don't have to decide now whether tomorrow we are going to take decisions. So, and also, if we are going to take decisions tomorrow, those decisions are going. I mean, it's going to be the assembly of different people coming from different 15M and Occupy experiences, right? So coming from different countries, but sharing same experience, let's say, or same methodology. So the decisions are going to confine. I mean, I think it's also taking a decision would be important somehow. I mean, why do you think it would not be? You said that basically the decision should be restricted only to the people participating in the assembly, right? But it's not only so. If I think about, for example, decisions that you take in a neighborhood, in a barrio. I mean, if someone is not going to participate to one assembly, still he is going to be affected by that decision. Although, for example, one Monday was not present, right? So, I mean, like, okay, we can really say we are going to decide for all the, like, Barcelona, Madrid, or whatever, assemblies. This is, of course, not the case. But still, this is, of course, not the case. But still, we can say that, I mean, it has some meaningness. I think what we are going to do tomorrow still has some meaning,
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was the...
There's still 1, 2, 3, 4 people. I'm going to close the stack now, so if there's anyone else who wants to speak, say it now. Okay. So, John.
Yeah, I think why are we assembling? For me, I think the important thing is it's not that we represent a different political spectrum. I think the political spectrum of the movement in Occupy is as broad, if not broader, than the political spectrum within the forum. I think we have a very wide, and that's why, to me, it's not so important that we have to make a decision. I don't think that's the main point for me. If we make a decision, I'm fine. I'm lukewarm. I'm not coming there for us to make an agreement about something. I think what's important is that we've all got experience and we've all involved in a movement that's changed us. And we're from different countries, and I think it's worth us acknowledging that and just saying to the people of Florence that, you know, hey, we're here, we've been involved in the movement, you know, we've got things to say, and we're also interested in what you've got to say, and we're just having a meeting, an assembly. To me, what's important is not so much what we say, but what we do. It's the actions which count for us. Whereas maybe in the forum, it's more the rhetoric is the more important thing, and that's the difference. We're not about rhetoric; we're about doing things practically, and that's, I think, the message that we need to bring out, and that we're about self-empowerment, about self-organisation, and about, you know, saying there are collective solutions to our problems, and they start on the street, occupying the public square.
No, it's just a proposal for a basic training.
Perfect. Marita, is she connected?
Marita is able.
Should I?
I will read.
You ready to go?
Yes.
We have just 2 more people up to Marita.
Yes for the assembly, yes for tomorrow, no decision-making assembly, yes to show real experiences and methodology from our squares, and also give information about what we are really doing in the squares. You know experience about what has really happened in the squares in these months, what alternatives have been put in place. It is important for us to know what time and where in order to put information in the blog and the tweets. We have already given the information that is at 6 p.m. in front of the forum place. It is in a different place and at a different time. We have to change everything. I don't want statements.
Thank you.
That's the information.
Yeah. There are logistic things, so maybe that would set some...
Any logistic points, let's leave them for, you know, after we make a decision about decision making.
So my very quick point is, I think it's really important that whatever we discuss and so on, even if it's commenting the social forum, is to really spread like what is happening, what we are doing. Like, I get emotional when I hear what is going on, even if I know about it, and I read about it and so on, but like, you know, let's really like show the positive and the actions and what is happening to spread like what can be done.
No, mine were all logistic points.
Okay, so let's leave them for... Right, this is a difficult one. This is what I thought I understood from what you said. Basically, we all understand that a decision is not important, so we don't need to make a decision, but some people make a point that it might be useful to make a decision. Why? Because it might be the backbone of our conversation. It might be like a guiding thread. That's what I understood, correct me if I'm wrong, from those people who defended the idea of having a decision made at the end of the assembly. So what I understand is that those who defend the idea of making a decision by the end of the assembly is that it might first give guidance to our conversation, like straight, and second, we have an outcome, as in a statement to say at the end of the event. But we all agree, and this is a consensus, that it is not essential. We can still have an assembly without making a decision, just showing there. So here comes my proposal. If you like it, you can reject it. My proposal is that we don't aim to have a decision, but that we keep in mind that there is an event after hours. And so if after all our conversation about the content of this forum and a critique of it, we can come up with a short statement, we will say in the final and closing event. But it is not obligatory, it's not something that we should obligatory work towards. Is this something that we can find a consensus? Anybody against it? Good. So we have consensus on all the points now. Very good, well done. And so now we only have logistics to sort out. We need.
What was the decision finally? I think.
No decision needed.
Okay, I can repeat them all.
You made a decision. That
No, not me. You made that decision. I was only capturing what you said.
Why should we say here that at the end of that, when we are talking about
exactly. That is the consensus, that we are not going to be doing that. We are going to allow if it happens, but not aiming at it.
We're going to stop it.
That's exactly the decision we have just taken. Yes.
Well, but we have it here.
That's the decision we've taken.
What's that?
We've just consensuated that we agree on that is evident. That's it.
What's that?
Okay, I'm going
I'll explain.
No. Formulate it clearly.
Yes.
What's that?
Right, I'm just going to read through all the points that we summarized, and so we agreed on.
Just
Yeah?
this one. The other one are clear.
No, I like them. Basically, we will do an assembly tomorrow, and it will be a critique of the forum in terms of methodology and content. So we will be critiquing just by offering our methodology. Audience, our main audience will be activists, other activists. We will try to communicate with people passing around with certain means like painting on the floor or using the pads, but we have to be considerate of the weather. And lastly, we won't aim it is not compulsory to make a decision by the end of the assembly. So the assembly can take place, a discussion can take place without us having a decision by the end of the assembly. But we will keep in mind that there is a closing event, and that if we can wrap up everything we've discussed during that assembly into a short statement, we will make that statement in the closing event. But this is not compulsory, this is not obligatory. Did I? No? Can anybody explain it better than me?
No,
One point.
I understand it.
Sorry?
I understand it,
Yes.
but I don't understand the purpose of just bringing this point.
That's what.
I leave it open to tomorrow.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Why
That's it.
repeat it and make it some prejudice for me?
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
But I don't want to block it.
Yeah.
I'll give it tomorrow when I see there is a critique that I want to state it, and I do.
Exactly.
That's good.
We all agree. We all agree.
I am hungry. Please let me forward.
So, great. So now we all agree on this. Now let's move on to logistics. We need things like a facilitator for tomorrow, somebody who commits to take the turns, and also somebody who takes care of all this communication stuff like the talk and the pads and all that stuff. And I don't know if there are any other logistic points we need to discuss. Laura and somebody else had some points to make, so
technical point on the roads. I think they are more than this. People from Italy that were here yesterday and the other day on Agora, they were saying that precisely because we are dealing with Italian people, we need more moderation. that was the point of Italian people. That we need at least 2 facilitators and 1 moderator. That the team of moderation should be at least 6 people. That was
proper Spanish version, like full on.
Can I suggest that as the topic come up, we action them immediately. So like, sorry, I don't know, we're saying facilitation. Okay, who's going to get together at a certain time to sort of organize the facilitation team?
Distribution of tasks.
Yes.
Okay, so let's do that, facilitation. Who wants to volunteer?
It's not just that, but we need to have Italian facilitators as well.
I think we have three so far.
Instantly upgraded.
Tomorrow evening, you're in charge of getting me drunk for the work I'm doing. I really deserve it.
Yeah, we're getting all of us.
We will get drunk together.
Can anybody take a note of who are volunteers? I won't be here tomorrow, I'll be in London.
Our hands up again, please.
Should we clarify? I think it would be good if these people met at some point tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Yeah? So
Let's decide on a meeting here.
yeah, so we just like organize, like just stay behind and just whoever's interested in working on the facilitation team.
Let's go there.
Just go there after.
We haven't finished. We need your wisdom for some other time.
No, we won't. We don't. I know we.
Sorry, go ahead.
Next action point. Next action point is taking turns. One moderator to take turns tomorrow.
Facilitate.
Another Italian one.
Facilitation and moderation.
Sorry, I said sorry.
So, like, sorry, we just facilitate them. Guys, please, process.
John.
Process. We are still in the assembly. So we have made a note of who is volunteering for facilitation. Raise your hand.
Raise your hand.
Okay. Who is volunteering for taking turns?
The people from
No,
the
you cannot.
facilitation team is doing this also,
No,
Facilitation team is 6 people, out of which some of them take turns. Some of them do other things.
Well, you're happy to organize yourselves, but as you know, in your experience with grassroots movements and assembly-based movements, it is very important that everybody knows their role, when and what to do, and it's very important not to mix them. So if you're taking turns, you're not facilitating, and vice versa. I mean, that's my experience of this. So if you're happy to coordinate that and you think you can do it,
The 6 of us will speak about the
So for now,
facilitation.
there are 5 people that are willing to facilitate. There is Daniel,
6 at
Meg,
least.
Jalsa, Virginia, and Ika.
Virginia, no.
I didn't say that, so there's
No, there was Marisa and me.
Marisa, sorry.
4, 5.
No.
I'm too
What about Mark? Where's Mark?
I think Mark
I love Jerry.
Okay. And is there, are there any other logistic points that we need to organize, for instance, communication?
I think
Yes.
translation is an important
The thing is, what language are we having it in?
In English.
By the way.
English and Italian.
Okay,
Italian,
stop.
we'll get something.
Yeah, stop it. Stop. Okay, let's do this. One person raises their hand when they think there's an action point, and then we discuss that action point. Okay, is that okay?
No, I disagree. I think
Okay, go ahead.
I think what we should do is, first of all, decide what are the logistical points we have to discuss, and then we will discuss it. So I understood that we need translation. What else we need to discuss? Location.
Yeah, we went through this yesterday.
Communication.
Yeah. Go ahead, Laura.
Mike, what's rain in a season of rain? And I want another thing is clarifying the signals of the hands to me.
Yeah.
And the agenda.
Okay. So I have translation, location, mic. Yeah, I have translation, location, sound system, rain, signs, and something I don't understand.
How are we going to publicize this?
Rain and communication.
Communication.
Actually, during lunch.
Just one thing, if we need a sound system, if we have a sound system, we also need
Okay, generated. Okay, so now.
We need also.
Okay. Right. So we have. Are there any other logistical points we need to discuss?
To me, it's clear if we're meeting, if there's a moment in which we meet here together, and if there's a meeting point here, that we go somewhere, or is that a meeting point there?
Okay. And is there any other logistical points? I think Orson has somebody who wants to contribute.
Marta asks when and can we make clear so they will change the information on the
The meeting point.
where and where.
Yeah.
When.
We come in there.
And another point from Valerio, he says, the statement, because our statement should be, left, if it happens there, it should be stated, he said, it should be stated that it's only for the participants of the, it's not like a general decision or statement. And the other thing is, Marita is in turn, I believe, I don't have that.
Okay, so let's start with the logistic points. Translation. What language are we going to speak? English.
English and Italian.
And Italian. English and Italian.
I'm trying to foster.
It's going to be in English. You said English. Okay. So for me, 1, 2, 3. I think the main language has been, if I'm right, English here. But I think it worked very well in the Agora to have English. So for who was not there, there was the main talk was in English, but we would group people and say, okay, who needs translation in Italian? Stand over there or sit over there, and there would be someone translating directly there, French and so on. And I think it worked very well. So I agree with that. Anybody against the proposal?
But I still have a point on this.
So the phone
Yeah, the translation, I think this works perfectly. We have a main language, we're talking only English, so it's clear, and if somebody needs translation to French, Italian, or Russian, I assume somebody would be volunteer for that in a whispering methodology.
But the microphone language should be either English or Italian, right? We cannot ask for translation from French into German.
English, no? We said that
The main language it will be English, but also they will be
for
linguistic group translation.
Maybe for us for all of us is English is achievable, but maybe we go out in the streets and a few people want to speak in Italian in the assembly, and that will be very enriching. And let's allow Italian.
English and Italian. If we really want to.
Or even French, if somebody from the forum speaks French, somebody will translate to English, I guess, right? And then somebody from English will translate.
Spanish.
Alright.
Okay.
I think that's how it worked in Agora. I mean, the main language was English, and then if there was someone that said, I don't feel comfortable speaking, they would speak in their language, and we would organize it there as we wanted to. And I think if people want to speak in Italian,
So, is the proposal, sorry, I'm not sure I got it right, is the proposal that we are going to speak in English and have a translator for Italian and into English and into Italian?
But not in series, but whisper translation. So, I will explain this. If we are all agreeing that what we were doing in Agora was working, we sit people together by needs of translation. We ask, who needs translation into Italian from English? Okay, group here. And somebody will come who speaks fluent Italian and understands fluent English and will translate. And the same with other languages, right? But for that we need to try to limit the number of languages that the people upstairs are going to talk, because otherwise it's impossible to achieve this in 1 hour for assembly. Otherwise, we're going to spend all the time moving people.
Right.
So we should limit the number of languages to Italian and English on stage, and then decide upon a number to meet. because she has to leave.
Yeah, she has to leave. Let's meet, I don't know.
So the
7 in the morning.
the main point of tomorrow is this thing happening from 9 to 13. So let's make at 13 in the bar.
Yeah, because that's great, no?
Oh, 15 in the bar, presentation in.
No, we
Can I see everyone instead of going away and so on?
No, she's doing that.
No, but I mean, people are going outside, it's getting very dismissive. I think the most important thing to say from here is like, we need to get this out tomorrow. So like, in whatever groups you are, workshops, whatever conversations you have, make sure that you get
Tomorrow the meeting where? Let's not get
The bar.
at the bar. Okay.
We're at 1 here and that's it. 10 past 1 here. And that's it.
We still need to discuss location and some other stuff, so let's try and be quick. Location. What's the name of the piazza, please?
Piazza del Carmine.
Plaza del Carmine. Is anybody against doing the assembly there? Great. Next point.
Location, if it's raining, which is very probable, we can, I hope it won't happen, as another really, I mean, it's a spotlight is the Uffizi, which has a huge arch, I mean, Laura, sorry, if it's raining, Uffizi is the gallery. I mean, yeah, it's a huge arch, super beautiful.
You got the best idea ever, yes. I'm sorry, but my brain was bored to make burn, and yeah, good idea.
Yeah, so that's
amazing.
The main square of the city, and there's the
enormous
where you can
Okay.
2,000 people.
So we have location is Plaza de la Signorina.
E non sì, solo per il palco, non per noi.
Sorry, the time is fixed at 6 because I'm communicating with them. 6 or 6:30?
6, right?
No, 6:30.
Well, the last session finished at 6. It makes sense that we give half an hour to
Yeah, also because it's not going to finish at 6.
No. Sorry, I strongly disagree. This is Italian people. 6. Say 6. Sorry.
We will say 6 and we will start at 6.
Spanish understand that. Spanish understand that.
What do you get?
Yeah. Southern countries is like never.
Are you given the meeting point because we were talking about like common meeting point? No. I mean, what is going on the net is the meeting point or is the final destination?
Final destination.
Final destination. Okay. The meeting point is.
Yeah, I'm just talking with the Agora Roma and I told them to come at 6 at Piazza del Carmine.
Okay, so we have the time, 6,
But we
have
can
the
have
place,
also for facilitation.
Plaza del Carmen.
And we have some facilitators also.
Guys, please, let's focus, please. I really want to go. So we have the time, 6, we have the place, we have Plaza del Carmen in Spanish. We have the alternative if it rains, which is these arches.
La Galleria degli Uffizi.
We have a sound system. Laura, do we have a sound system?
I can try and find out if we want a sound system, which kind of sound system we want.
Well, if there is going to be an event of the forum at 7:30, can we ask for that sound system that they will have to be available?
For that technical point, I would prefer to be sure of having a megaphone and then look for the mic and the sound system and also the generator.
Okay, I will take care of this, but yes. Because I think their system is stable, and we don't need the stable one. So, better the microphone, I'll take a megaphone, and then maybe if I can arrange a microphone, like moving one. Okay.
Thank you very much, Laura.
Yeah.
Next point is meeting point from here. Shall I suggest that we meet at the entrance, the main entrance of the Forteza de Basso? Is that a good meeting point?
Yes.
At 6 o'clock, you're saying, or?
I'm saying 6 o'clock. But I'm saying no problem.
Could it be a little bit later? Because some of us are going to some conferences, and I don't think they're going to be finished at 6. If we see that it's going to take very long, we can put 6:15. Is it okay?
But we are going to go meet there to go somewhere else. To be there at 6.
How long does it take to get there?
And anyway, infrastructure and facilitation should be in the square at least 5:30.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay, well, facilitation is willing to leave the sessions early, I take it.
Yeah.
That's great. Now the rest of us, thank you very much. Now the rest of us will meet at 6:45. Does this sound realistic?
Yeah, okay.
Why don't you say 6? So that's very good.
I really don't know what to say because when I say something you don't like it. So what's the shall
At 6 o'clock, you are leaving from the door. If anyone is not there,
go to Plaza
you have to
Alcalde.
run.
Go to Plaza Alcalde.
Yeah, we meet there anyway. Yeah,
It's on the map in the.
Yeah, Plaza Alcalde. It's on the back, on the down part of the river.
No. Those of us who are organizing this assembly can meet the last minutes of the last session. So, last point of logistics, hand signs. We wanted to agree on that, I think. Does anybody want to lead on this?
Yeah, I can explain.
Okay. Go ahead.
Signs?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, if we agree, we do like this. If we don't like what you say, we do like this.
No.
No. That's not the international methodology.
No cambien las cosas, lo que es así de toda la vida.
No.
How do you block?
No, that's to block, but that's not disagreement.
No. This is disagree, this is block.
Yes, sí, then I know it's good.
Is there anybody?
I always block.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Is there? Yeah, there are 4 now.
It's like, start assembly with that.
Can you tell us what you're going to explain?
Yeah, I don't know. It's like first we agree, we disagree. It's like blocking, and then after, and you're talking to me,
this is very important for the Italian people.
But that's not important.
What about
And in Berlin, you are going away from the thing.
This direct, let's make the point.
But I would say don't have too many. And don't use direct points. I don't think we should use it because people will make a mess. So we only
So that's the point of this point.
Disagreement, blocking.
You're talking to me.
Talking too much. Please shorten up. Speak louder.
No, shorten, we are saying that no shortening.
No, we don't need more than 4.
And speak louder.
No, the technical part is important.
I think the technical point is important.
Yeah, technical
And
point.
clarification part is important.
We can just use one.
Technical point as well.
The same thing. For example,
people watching us, they don't understand anything. So.
No wonder. Can we sorry, last minute. We only need to make a decision about how we're going to communicate to the people who are not attending the assembly. And so it's been suggested that we use PAT and write what we're doing and our critique and our methodology. That's what I understood. Sorry, it's not right. And somebody suggested using chalk and writing on the floor. Is that, can we get those materials we need for this type of communication, or shall we come up with something different?
They have jobs in the room.
Yeah, they're probably here.
That's why I think.
Okay, we have a PAT.
Technical point, we have paper. Like not the big paper, but we have kind of the paper we're using is reused poster of water.
Great.
The rotary
Can we summarize everything?
I can summarize.
Yes.
Can you do it now, Laura? I'll come with you now.
I cannot check now. The office is closed. I cannot check now, but I check.
Vika, and then I'll summarize on the logistics and we can go.
This is talking about communication during the assembly.
So
I think we need a group of people who are prepared to make a movement to get around tomorrow. Yeah.
who wants to volunteer to help with the communications part, like writing posters? Okay, we have Laura, we have Emma, we have just Sharon.
Everybody here at 1 tomorrow, and we try to work everything out. Wait, can I be the referente? I'm full of things to do, but I'm willing to help. So can I be just a referente? Like helping sorting out your problems, but not really physically.
But maybe you can tell people, because you see everybody, you are really mobile.
Yes, I want to help, but I cannot be one.
No, but you can do your stuff. I mean, for the other person, people that want to. Okay. because listeners.
No, regarding communication, I wonder if that, just make sure it happens very soon, because I'm worried if you're meeting at 1, and then, people won't see it. So if you can sort of do it informally in between things.
Morning time.
Okay.
Morning time is better.
No.
It's up to,
Is there no, we are not going to use any hashtag or something like the sort for this to communicate? For our meeting? Okay.
Can anybody take responsibility for updating such a thing?
So do we have people on Facebook and Twitter that
Does anybody have anything against Christian taking responsibility to define a hashtag?
No, but it seems that there's already one.
Guys, we are
Occupied 1999 is the hashtag and it's been spread around right now during this afternoon.
Perfect.
Okay, wait, there's people raising their hands to talk and people not raising their hands.
May I leave? Sorry.
You might.
Thank you very much. I love you so much.
You may leave this time.
Thank you, Laura. I love your time.
Bye-bye.
Who has something to say in communication?
So,
1, 2.
3.
Are we going to announce officially the assembly tomorrow in the big final conference meeting?
Yes.
Yes. At 9 o'clock. Yes.
Okay, what is going to be the message? The concrete message. I mean, we are going to have an assembly. We are going to have an assembly to talk about forum. We are going to have an assembly because we love assemblies.
do you want to make a proposal?
Because we love assemblies and
Because it turns us on.
we need
Well, we are going to have an assembly at 6 in Piazza del Carmen because we think that,
Because we want to contribute with our methodology to improving the methodology of the
No, I don't think
we want to connect with all elements of the social forum and reach out to the rest of the forum.
I will make it very short because we can be discussing for 3 hours.
Yes.
So we think it's important to have an assembly in such an event as Florence, and we are going to have an assembly at 6 in Piazza del Carmen.
That is a perfect message in my opinion.
I was saying
Okay, we have somebody who wants to say
No, I just say that we shouldn't be. The point shouldn't be that we are too critical of what they're doing here. It's just that we have our own way of doing things, and we do things in it. We have a different style, and that's what we're doing. And we are Occupy activists, and this is what we do: we Occupy Square and organize assemblies. So that's what we want.
I think they are criticizing this time very constructive. It's not like
But the difference between criticism and critique. You can criticize without having a critique.
There is a blog, there is a Facebook page, so we also can use them, and they are updated. And they are waiting for the summary.
I will say my summary as soon as people stop asking for turns. Is there anybody else who wants to talk?
And yes, they want to check Plaza del Carmen.
Osa, I'm going to make a summary now when Vika finishes. And excuse me, Sol. Okay, you two speak and then summarize and we go. Jesus Christ. Okay. Vika, Sol, and Emma speak and then we go home. And then summarize and we go.
Please.
We need a volunteer to present this tomorrow, the assembly.
Okay, if we have a clear message of what to say, I say it.
We just said it, so can you repeat?
So it's...
Yeah, I can say also in we are going to have an assembly because we think it's important to have an assembly in such an event as Florence 10 plus 10. It's at Piazza del Carmen at 6. You are all invited.
And also the plan.
If it's raining,
we go to the art forum.
Okay, so do you volunteer to say this as a convergence?
Can we add to that message open to citizens of Florence or something like that?
I'm sure we can add that.
Open to everyone.
I mean, it's about, that's the point of
you are all the citizens.
There is already an assembly.
Okay, please.
There is already an assembly, so that's the point.
So, can you make your point now?
No, I want to, you are all invited as all the citizens of Florence.
Yeah.
You are all invited to participate.
So we need do we think there's a need to say that it doesn't need to be confrontational or not?
It's going to be confrontational.
But we don't need to say that, okay? This is my opinion.
No,
anyway.
But we say that it's not for Russian citizens also.
So sun says it, right? So I'm free to sleep longer
Yes.
tomorrow.
You really
Because we don't have a position officially on the forum, so we should not be critical, but we just have a different way of doing things.
Okay.
That's
I think
true.
Emma wanted to say something else before I summarize. So, do you want to say that?
No, and maybe I will say again what I'm going to say, because maybe I have to say also, we yesterday had an assembly.
No.
No.
You will complicate things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we are going to have an assembly because we think it's important to have an assembly in such an event as Protestant plus 10. You are all invited to participate as all the citizens of Florence. It's at the Carmen at 6. If it's raining, it's in the other place of the house.
Brilliant.
Okay.
Okay, Vikram, please. No. Okay, Laura, quickly.
Yes, I'm so tired, but this is an enormous point. Please get it easy. Police. I completely forgot about this. I completely forgot, and please don't make a big deal. Okay, I'm gonna try to be short. Or Vika, you want to explain? Because you know.
Do you prefer me to?
I'm so tired.
Yeah.
Or
Okay.
if you want
No,
something.
I'm happy to explain. Okay. So, it seems like the police are taking this a bit. They're being a bit alarmist about the Occupy having an assembly. Some people have been stopped and searched and held for an hour. So now I was suggesting that not that we ask permission, but we just let the police know that they don't need to worry. It's just an assembly.
We already said yesterday that we will not make any problem to the organization for this, right? We will not make any. The non-confrontational profile was also centered on not making any problem to the organization of the social forum. And if this was the case, then, right? So this was the consensus of yesterday. If there is anything important.
But the people from the European Social Forum, they have already asked for permission.
No, because I stopped them because I said that we had to discuss this because it's maybe strongly against our principle. So I said, I'm going to be so hungry to do that, wait for me until tomorrow, and they said, I can wait until tomorrow. So can I have a consensus? I love you, Phoebe. Oh, thank you.
Go ahead, go out. Take charge.
I take charge. They are asking me 10 times one each hour, so I'm taking care of it. It's going to be easy. Go for it. And it's just a call. It's just a call. We're going to have this assembly. That's it.
Something very short.
Ciao. Okay.
Yes, but with the old ways and old days. So we can use them, we can spread them, but tell everybody that the time and space change.
Sir, I can understand what?
We have a flyer, 2 types of flyers printed
For this?
for the assembly, but with the old date and all.
You mean like you're gonna cross the time and the place?
Yeah, or we can.
Do you want to do that?
Listen, actually, there's a guy with spray paint out here making a mural. You could actually ask him to borrow a can of that. You could get like a little bit of plastic, put a thing on it, just spray right on top, and then have a little stencil. When as they dry, spray it. You could probably get a little thing of flyers, take you about half an hour.
You too have responsibility for this is a love story.
Okay, and
I see it happening.
At this point, I'm going to Emma.
Sorry, one quick thing. I'm going to recap Laura so she can give us the materials. I just wanted to clarify what shall we write on the posters we're going to stick up over the
Whatever.
forum?
Be creative.
I just thought, like maybe assembly experience 10 past 10.
And the
6
hashtag.
o'clock, Plaza del Carmen, everyone's invited.
No, put the hashtag in as well.
What's the hashtag?
Occupy the ferry for Tulo.
And the name of the square is Piazza del Carmine. And this square is Piazza del Carmine.
Sorry, we don't want to say something about participants of the 15 and Occupy movements invite you to an assembly, or not?
Can you repeat the quote, please?
Participants of the 15M and Occupy movements invite you to...
It's
Okay, guys, okay, let's do this. People keep asking for turns, so really, these are going to be the last two ones. Don't ask me for more, no. So one here, one for Orson, and then I summarize and we go. And if you want to ask more turns, I will go. I won't facilitate anyone.
I will go as well.
Yes, so go ahead.
I just want to say that in that in the cartel, put the place where we're going to be if it's ready.
Yes. Orson?
This is from people who are supporting the communication from other places. You know, they did a lot of things. They did the hashtag. They opened a blog and spread the information to the blog. They contacted Occupy friends. Anyway, there are a list of things they did, so we can maybe just thank them. They support, and they are going to do it all tomorrow. So. Yeah.
We love you.
I'm trying. I'm trying because it depends on the equipment we have there. If I have a power source, I can do exactly what I'm doing here. But if not,
awesome. Thank you so much.
I'm going to do it by my cell phone.
Right. I'm going to right. So we have finished. I'm going to send
There was German in the way you said the last thing.
Okay. Jen,
did you have some?
No. Okay, so I'm going to summarize. Hold on, please. Logistics, translation, there will be translation from English to Italian and vice versa. It will be whisper translation. And there's some volunteers here. Location, it will be Piazza del Carmen, and if it's raining, it will be Galleria dell'Uffizi. Time, it will be 6 at the entrance of Fortezza del Vaso. Sound system, Laura is going to get us a megaphone and possibly also a microphone and speakers. Flyers, Orson and Anton, are going to fix the ones we had with the new time and place. Communications, some volunteers are also going to work on posters and getting some chalk from the roof next door. Police, we are going to inform them if they approach us that this is a peaceful assembly and that we only intend to converse and discuss. Hand signals are agree, disagree, block, please this is too long, that's it.
Technical point.
Technical point, that's it. We finished.
Just a moment.
No, we are saying at 6 is a meeting point here, and I'm going to say to the convergence, the assembly is at 6. So, we are going to do like this.
The meeting at the square.
Do you have equipment that could project?
That's what we said.
No. For tomorrow.
Well, I wasn't thinking of a video, just one image.
The organization can give us a projector, I can project what your organization can give us a projector, we can do it. Yeah. They give us one, we can do whatever you want.
Well, I'll tell you exactly what I'm doing. I'm having a talk at 11,
You say
11 to 12, and
11, 12.
And one at 11 and one at 2:30. It's going to be the same talk, same time. It's going to be the same location right upstairs.
Okay, I'll be at 2:30 because I want to be at the convergence connection on something good can come out. I hope so.
Well, I'm not quite as cynical as some of the people who just showed up.